Fluffing and Beauty. I am so excited to have you guys here today. If you've been here for a while, you know that Christmas is a big deal. And this year I'm excited to share all my tips and tricks on how to decorate your Christmas tree like a pro so you can wow all your guests this season. So I think it goes without saying that their first step when putting up your tree is assembling your tree. I think that's pretty obvious, but there are a couple crucial steps that I wanted to share with you guys. First and foremost, I have a 9-foot tree, but my mom has 12-foot trees. So before you assemble the entire thing, now is your time to put your tree collar on. There are some tree collars that come in multiple pieces, so you could definitely do that step later on, but there are some trees that they are just one round base. They don't have any way to detach from each other. You definitely want to make sure that you put that on first because there is no way that you are going to be lifting your tree afterwards to slide your tree collar under. This year I do have just a really simple tree skirt that's going to go underneath, so I'm not worried about that step, but that is a really easy step that you can forget, and I will tell you that from experience. So one of the things I love to do as I'm assembling my tree is, number one, I like to plug it in as I go. So that way if any of the lighted sections aren't working, I haven't just wasted all my time fluffing and putting the tree together to figure out that one section's not working. So I always light them up as I go. If you have a really cool fancy tree, most of them as you assemble nowadays, it lights up on its own. My tree's not quite that fancy, but that's definitely my first tip. And my second one is also to fluff as you go, because it's really important that as you're fluffing your tree, you're fluffing the inside section of the branches as well. A lot of times when trees are brand new, they will come like this right out of the box. And it's really important that you take these branches and you fold every single one of them back as you're fluffing, because it's gonna help to also fill the center portion of the tree to make it look really full. So at this point, if you have a flock tree and you are not completely covered in flocking, then you're doing it wrong. It's such a mess. Make sure you wear clothes that you are comfortable in and that you don't care too much about, because you will definitely have to change afterwards. It is super important when you're selecting your tree, when it comes to the difference between flocked or just doing like a regular, green standard tree. What I love about this tree in particular is kind of like a hybrid. It has a little bit of flocking on the edges of the tree, but for the most part, it's still really green. It's not heavily flocked. And sometimes depending on if you have a specific theme in mind that you're trying to achieve, making sure you pick the right style of tree to fit that theme is really important in how the overall look of your tree is going to look at the end and how the ornaments are going to look as well. Because I will tell you from experience, my mom and I, we were so excited one year because we had these beautiful flock trees and we wanted these hunter green ornaments that we were so obsessed with. We were like hunter green everything. When we went to put them in the tree, the way the tree sat in front of a window and the light came in, it just made those ornaments look black. We were so disappointed because we had spent so much time trying to find these ornaments and make this theme that we were so pumped about, and then it just truly did not work out. So when it came time to selecting a new tree, this is my second year with this tree, when it came time to selecting one, I really made a conscious effort to try to find one that wasn't too heavily flocked or wasn't too green, so that way, hopefully down the line, when I do different styles, this tree will last me a while because the ornaments, can show up in different ways. So now we're going to move to actually decorating the tree, which is, of course, the best part. Look who it is!
I know what you're doing today.
I knew you were gonna come.
And I'm really nosy.
You wanted to come see
I just want to see what you got going on.
Oh, I only have the tree up so far. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be
I was missing you. I was like, where's my mom?
You know I'm nosy.
This is our thing.
Yeah, I just love it.
It's our
I
favorite
love it.
time of
I just
year.
want to feel like in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
I just want to be around decorating and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yay! I'm so
Okay.
glad you're here.
Well, cool. Can I help?
Yeah.
I can?
Yes, of course.
I'll hand you things because you all know she's not going to let me help.
Good plan.
Sorry.
You've been in here for 1 second.
I just got here and all of a sudden I'm covered in glitter, covered in flour. I didn't even touch anything yet. How did that happen?
We were just joking that I think it's like glittertosis. You know?
No,
I mean,
last year actually Kylie got really sick.
I was so sick.
Yeah.
After I did her one tree, it was so much glitter. I literally had the flu after.
And the flock, yeah.
From so much glitter.
She got
everything.
glittertosis last year.
So maybe you
let's
should
not
wear
do
a
that.
mask.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't breathe in all this glitter.
Exactly. So one of our most important tricks, especially if you want to decorate like a pro, is to lay out all of your ornaments.
Yeah.
Lay everything out so that way you can see it all, because I swear, if you have it in bins that you haven't unpacked yet or in different parts of your house, you will forget. I'm gonna roll a clip last year when I literally got done decorating her tree and then I found a bag that I totally forgot about.
Yeah.
And then I was so sad that I forgot to put that in your tree.
Oh no! What? Oh no! Are you serious?
What's wrong?
Nothing? I forgot about
I
these.
promise I'm not looking.
Those are cute though.
Right?
But how
Okay, I totally remember you showing me this, but
I
I
was-
think let's just throw them on.
So absolutely lay everything out. And before we actually put all the ornaments on the tree, one thing that I want to do is add some extra lighting to this tree. What's really special—
Always add lighting.
Always add the extra lighting. It makes such a big difference. It is an extra step of work, but it pays off in the end because the way it will glow, it's so beautiful. So what's really special about this tree in particular, this one I think has 3,000 micro lights on it. So it already—
So you think you have enough?
You think you have enough? You don't. No, you need more.
Yes. You want this thing to like,
whoa! We want it to be so good.
Yeah.
Also, another like element that I think is really cool is my tree doesn't have any extra features of like twinkling lights or anything like that. I don't have any extra on hand that are gonna do that, but I think that's such a pretty effect when you just maybe add a stranded of twinkling lights or
Those,
fairy
yeah.
lights or something a little bit different. Your most important thing is that you wanna make sure that the lighting color that you choose is the same as your tree. Do not put like bright, cool white LED lights in a warm lit tree. That's not a good vibe. So make sure that you have the same hue color when it comes to picking your lighting. So I'm hoping this will show for you guys on camera, but I've only done the bottom portion of the tree and you can really see the difference in how much extra lighting that part of the tree has compared to the rest of it. One thing I am doing is taking the extra strand of lights deeper into the tree so it also helps to light the inside of the tree so it has more of a glow to the outside. It's looking really good so far. I wanted to share with you guys that some fancy trees also have timers built into them. I don't have that, but what I did find last year is a really neat timer that has all these different functions. I can actually set my tree to come on anytime I want, or they even have a preset setting of I think like 5 to midnight. So it comes on for you, you can enjoy it right when you come home from work. It is already on and ready for you. I just love that feature so much. This one that I also have in particular has an extra little, I don't know, little like piece that you put on the ground that you can just push and it will turn the tree off. I have it like set to on right now. Oh no, there it goes. And it just slowly goes off. So you can also control it this way, which is really nice. I love that it's white, so it's hidden. I can just set it right here, like next to my fireplace, and no one even sees it, but I know it's there. Our favorite part is ribbon.
This is really my favorite part.
It really is.
I love it.
It's so fun. I feel like people think that ribbon can be a little bit intimidating.
I used to feel that way. I did.
I'm here to tell you it's not.
And there's so many different ways to do it that it's like, what is the right way?
Yeah, I don't think there's
no
a wrong way to do it.
Yeah, in your tree is good.
Yes, yes, exactly. Add ribbon because I feel like if you look at a tree and you're like, wow, that is a gorgeous tree. What's going on with that tree? Ribbon. It's the ribbon. It always is. Ribbon makes such a big difference. I'm gonna be using 4 different ribbons on my tree this year. When you are picking out ribbons, the number one thing that you need to do is make sure that it has a wired edge. Because if it doesn't, it's just gonna floppy.
It'll do its own thing.
Not gonna look good. The wired edge really helps to hold the shape so you can get whatever shape you want and place it in the tree so nicely that it's gonna look really good and give you a nice outcome. You're not gonna have to struggle. I do think there is definitely a trend going on right now with trees that don't do a wired edge and you kind of just string them on and just let them hang. That is a thing.
And hope that they're gonna work out.
Right. But it's not really, I don't know, it's pretty, but it's not our thing. So this is how we love to do it. And I know we get so many questions on how to do it. One of my favorite ways to do ribbon is to pick a sheer background and then do a different one that is not sheer on top. So that way when you put these together, you kind of create a bigger ribbon and then I don't know, it just looks nice.
It looks really nice,
to have that sheer in the background.
Yeah, don't be afraid to like do different ribbons too.
Yes.
I feel like when I used to do my trees, I felt like I was doing a red tree, it had to have red ribbon.
Yeah.
And because like all these are all different, but they're still friends. They're in the same color family.
Which is really fun.
Yeah.
And if you are gonna do like a red and green tree, you could do red and green ribbon. You can mix it up however you want.
Whatever you want is really okay.
It's really fun. So I'm gonna show you guys, I mean, we've done so many trees at this point.
Yeah.
I think we've done probably 30 trees on my channel now.
At
If
least.
not more, okay?
least.
So there's tons of different ways to do them. I'm gonna show you how I'm going to do it this year. You can wrap it around, you can bring it down, you can do whatever you want, and don't be intimidated because you can place it and you might be like so focused on, like it's not even, it's not perfect, it's not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, it will all come together in the end. So if you're a little intimidated by bows, what you've probably been seeing me do is I make a bow and then I take the tail of the bow and I just run it all the way down through the rest of the tree. What I wanted to show you guys that's really easy is you can actually just do one loop here. This is what's so cute about the 2 ribbons. You cut your ends nicely. I just cut them at like a little slant. I'm gonna take some wire and I'm going to just wrap that around there so it kind of ties it off. And then I can take my tail of the ribbon or the wire, I'm sorry, I can take the tail of the wire and I can place that in the tree. And when you separate this, you kind of get a little bow look, but it's obviously a lot easier than a bow. And you have these 2 cute tails. So what I've been doing actually is when I go into the tree, I'm going to take one of the branches and I'm going to tie that off. I'm gonna use the branch to like tie off the next part of the ribbon. So I'm gonna first tie this on. And like that looks pretty basic, but then I'm gonna show you guys once I fluff it together here. So once we fluff it, you just get this really nice effect. I'm gonna pull these around. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, it takes a lot of fluffing. See how cute that is? So I'm gonna take this section, kind of make it look nice, section it off wherever you want, and I'm gonna take the branch of the tree and I'm going to tie the ribbon off with that. Fluff it apart, make it look nice, and that's it. And then you can just carry this down through the rest of the tree. So it's really easy. I will tell you that if you don't have branches like this that are really pliable, this one, these type of like your basic tree branch, the classic kind, those ones work the best because they're usually wired. These ones that are like thicker type branches, those are really hard to like pull around the ribbon and keep that ribbon tight. If you also have branches that are like made of plastic, those ones are like no, you almost can't. But what you could do is you could use some pipe cleaner and you could use that to tie off your ribbon. It's definitely more time consuming. If you use the branches, it will cut your time in half when it comes to doing the ribbon, but that's also another option. I love to just use the branches because it makes it so easy and it looks really nice. No one actually even really notices that you just did all that with the branches and not a bunch of fancy tricks. It's super easy. Now the ribbon is done, which I will tell you is the most time consuming by far, but well worth it, okay? Next, I normally would tell you to either do beads. If you have beads, you could do your beads at this point, or you could do your biggest ornaments. Always start with your biggest ornaments and then fill in from there. In my case, these are my biggest ornaments. They're actually picks. I normally do picks last, because I like to kind of stuff them wherever there's open space, but these are really heavy. This one in particular, she's gorgeous. She's amazing.
Wow, she is heavy.
Very, very heavy. So I need to be able to find spaces in the tree that will support this. So these have to come first.
That makes sense.
I have to break my own rule, but generally, you know, use your biggest ornaments first. So we're gonna start with this next.
Yes.
She has to leave.
I have to leave. I need to go pick up the kids actually, but I will be back.
She'll be back.
So
and hopefully by the time you're done with all that, I will be done.
Probably not.
Probably not. It
Probably
takes a
not.
long time. This is minutes to you guys and hours. Here, Bishop is having fun filming. He gets to be here for the, 6-hour process.
to do the tree, but it's looking good. I can't wait to see. So, all right, I will be right back.
Now that all of the picks are in place, aren't they so gorgeous? I love these so much. These ones in particular are from Kirkland's. Anything that I can link for you guys, I will link in the description below. So if there's something specific you're looking for, if I can still find it, I will do that. All my stuff, most of it actually is from last year. So I'll just have to see if it's still available. But my next thing I'm gonna move to is ornaments, and I'm moving to my biggest ornaments first. So my biggest ones that I have on my tree this year are these ones. I love these. They are so pretty. And I wanted to tell you guys, a lot of times ornaments will come with some type of string or some type of attachment. We're not gonna use this, okay? I'm looking for my scissors. We're not gonna use this. We're gonna cut that right off, bye-bye in the trash. What you wanna do when you're hanging ornaments is you wanna take some floral wire, and this one in particular, of course, I can basically mount this wherever I want, but you want this to hang to the tree as close as you possibly can on the branch. So let me show you guys an example. So if I were to have used that little string, it's gonna hang off of a branch kind of down here. And you're going to see that, but we don't want that. What we want to do is take these ornaments deep into the tree, and if it were an ornament like this one where you have an obvious top and bottom, we don't want to see the top of this ornament. We want to see only the butt. We want to see the round part only. We do not want to see how it hangs. So you're going to take these ornaments, especially the bigger ones, into any large gaps into the tree to really help fill out the tree. Especially if your tree is really sparse, adding some super big ornaments like this is a great way to fill in any of the sparseness. So you just want to make sure that you are hugging those ornaments as tight to the branches as you can so you don't see the way that they hang, and then you want to take them deep into the tree. Now this one I probably don't even need to hang. It'll probably sit in there just fine. But if you have kids, you probably want to string everything to your tree nice and tight so it doesn't go anywhere, but you can also just kind of stuff them in there if you wanted. A couple things I always have on hand while I'm working on the Christmas trees. I have some wire snips, or just, regular snips. I have my, of course, my floral wire. And I also have my hot glue gun because sometimes ornaments are cheap and the little tops come off. So then when you go to hang them, they don't hang on your tree right. I a lot of times do try to just stick to shatterproof bulbs if I can, unless I like really love the a glass ornament, then I'll do it. But I've lost a lot of ornaments over the years because they are glass. So I love the shatterproof because if they do fall, it's okay. But what I will do a lot of times is just dab a little bit of hot glue around the top. So that way when you put that back on there, it will stay and hold so you don't lose your ornaments. Because what I'm gonna teach you guys next is how to make a little cluster of ornaments. It looks so cute in the tree. So when you're selecting ornaments, it is so important to make sure that you are picking ornaments with different sizes, different shapes. Definitely give your tree some different interest points so that when people look at your tree, it's like, wow, look at all these amazing different ornaments to look at. So I love to focus on different, not just like all bulbs, but maybe focus on some different items, different shapes, different colors. I love anything that has a little bit of, you know, shimmer, glitter to it, you name it, I love it. Another great thing that you can do with your ornaments is buy some that light up as well. I think I have a few. It's really fun to have some ornaments throughout that are lit. It just gives your tree a different glow, a different ambiance. Another thing that you can do if you don't have any of the super big bulbs on hand is you can make some little clusters of bulbs with some smaller ones. So keeping to that trick of only making sure that the butt of the ornament is sticking out, I'm gonna string a couple of these together. And I picked 3 different ones that all kind of complement each other. You could mix and match different colors. You could do whatever you wanted. But I just have my floral wire. I'm going to string these together nice and tight. And now I'm going to hang them in my tree like that with the butt sticking out. I love this look so much. And again, I'm gonna keep it nice and tight to the branch. So I'm gonna wire that on there. And I'm gonna fluff these around so they stick out in their own little cluster. Looks so upscale. I love this look. So ornaments that are special. I love to hang with some ribbon. You can get just a whole entire bolt of ribbon, super cheap, right off of Amazon. And then you can hang them in a really special way and it doesn't look like cheap, if you will. It looks nice and elegant and just overall a really pretty, nice look on your tree. Anything that has also like really pretty tops to them, this ornament especially, it has a really pretty top to it that if someone walked up to my tree and saw that, I'd be like, yeah, look at the top of that ornament. Look how beautiful it is. So I would wanna hang that one with some ribbon as well so that way it stands out, looks really nice. I love it. Done, and look who I have with me. They came to see the final reveal.
And it's just kind of like,
it's just kind of basic.
It's mediocre.
It's kind of like,
No, this is beautiful. This turned out so great. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, you killed
I
it.
love this so much that I want an exact replica or a clone or whatever in my room.
Oh my
In
gosh.
my room. And especially the skirt, is that what it's called?
You love the skirt? It's
The
really
skirt
cute.
is one of my favorite parts. I love
She
it.
does have 2 of these skirts.
I do.
Yeah,
I do
she
have an
does.
extra one.
So that's a possibility that you can have that.
But listen, I have a really good plan for your room.
Yeah.
Like a really extra special good plan that I cannot wait to surprise you with.
I know, I'm so bad at keeping secrets, I just want to tell her.
I
so
can act
I'm not
surprised.
gonna tell her.
Don't ruin it.
I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm
I
not
can
gonna ruin
act surprised. You
it.
guys can tell me.
No, not tell.
Yes.
So Kylie does 7 bedrooms in 7 days on her channel every single year where she
Yeah.
comes over and does all the kids' bedrooms, our bedroom, and it turns out amazing and I love it
fun,
so
right?
much. This year the girls, Addison and Aubrey's room is going to be last on purpose because we are saving the best for last. It is going to be so amazing.
We have big plans.
Big plans.
It's gonna be good. Can't wait.
Okay.
Well, I hope
trust
that
you. I trust you. I trust you.
you trust me.
Yeah.
I won't disappoint you.
Okay.
Trust me.
No.
Trust me. It's gonna be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you feel like you can decorate your tree like a pro this season. You now know all the top secrets to make your trees look fabulous. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.